Hello and welcome to this video about the External Worker Client JavaScript. I'm Valentin Zickner and I'm going to show you how you can use an external worker with JavaScript. We are going to look at a simple example coming actually from the documentation and will then further improve that one to also handle variables. So let's get started, and actually I'm going to start this video in a terminal. So let's just use that terminal to create quickly an npm project. So I just init a new project. I used -y that it is not asking that many questions. Now in this empty project, which actually doesn't have that many things, we are going ahead and installing Flowable-OSS External Worker Client. So that is pretty much the External Worker Client library. And with that, now we have it installed. When we look at our package.json, we see that it is now part of that. We also need to have, since we are using Typescript, tsnode and Typescript. Obviously, you can also use alternatives to tsnode. I'm using tsnode for that example. Now we have enough to get started, and therefore I am actually going to the Flowable GitHub repository for the external client JavaScript. Let's scroll a little bit down here. It tells us a few things about authentication. It tells us how we install it. So that is exactly the command I entered before. So you can also copy and paste it from here. There are two samples, one for the Flowable Trial and one for local. In case you are using the trial, then you can just take this example, and here you need to place your personal access token. That one you can generate in Flowable Design when you click on your user menu here. There you have an access token option in case this is enabled. What's the case for the Flowable Trial actually? I'm going with the local example since I'm running Flowable locally right now. So we just copy this example over here, and then we go back to the terminal. I'm going to create a new file, worker.ts, and I'm going to paste that in here. We need to replace the host docker internal actually with the actual host name. So here I'm just saying that is localhost 8090, since Flowable is running on localhost. We also have here topic my topic. That is going to be later relevant when we create the process. And we have a callback handler in here that pretty much tells us what to do when we have an external worker job, which we would like to complete. Now to start that actually, we need one more file. That's the tsconfig.json file, since otherwise Typescript won't work. And I just take the tsconfig, which we have here in the repository, since that also is going to do the job for me, and paste that in here. And with that, we can now go ahead and run that. Therefore, I can use npx with tsnode worker.ts. Now it is starting, and once started, it's actually waiting. And now it's waiting for external worker jobs. So I can now go actually to Flowable Design, and in Flowable Design create our first app. So therefore, let's just press the create button. We just say that's our external worker JavaScript here. We create a new process, do something external. I mean, the name is here completely up to you. I'm just creating a simple demo process in here. That one is with a start event, an end event, and in here I'm going to add now an external worker task. When you have the small size menu, you can either go through the long menu here, or you can just switch here, then you can search for it, and then drag and drop the external worker task over here. Here we see we have the job topic, and that is exactly the topic we have seen before. So here we can just enter my topic, and with that we are pretty much done already here. We save that, then we go ahead and we publish it, and once published we can go to Flowable Work and create a new process. It's actually already telling me that I would like to create a do something external process, since right now that's the only process I have deployed. Now in here in that process, when we click on history, we see that the active task is currently the external worker task. Now when we go actually back over here, that client is doing a polling. And whenever it fetches now the job, that job is going to be handled by the client and eventually either completed, then it needs to return success, or in case of a failure, it can also return failure, CMMN terminate, or BPMN error. Now we see here we have the execute job, and that actually is what we have seen inside our code as well as what it should do. It just should log the ID of the job. Now when I go back to Flowable Work and refresh it, we see actually our process is completed and there's nothing to show. In the history, it actually also showed it as completed, so everything is done in here. Now to improve that a little bit, we can go ahead and start some variable mapping and variable reading actually. And therefore maybe we start in design. We just go over here. Here we have the possibility to provide in parameters and out parameters. First, I'm going ahead and just creating some variables. So that's my external worker form. And let's just say here we have a field 1 and a field 2. Obviously, you can be more creative here as well and just give them more useful names. In the in parameters, I'm going to say I would like to map the field 1. And I'm not going to map the field 2, since that is going to be my demo, what happens to variables you have not mapped. Now, I also would like to have an out variable, and there I'm going to say my var, and that is going to be my external worker result. And my var is pretty much what we need to return inside our JavaScript library. Now let's just add an additional task here, and we just say here result colon, and then it is our external worker result. So that is going to be in here, and with that we actually then print our external worker result when we are back over here. Now with that we have mapped an in variable, field 1 maps to field 1, and out parameter my var maps to external worker result. Let's save that, then we publish it, and once published actually we can start a new instance, but therefore let's first ensure that our first external worker is stopped, since that does not return a variable, and I just say this is awesome, this is hidden. Since field 1 we are going to see in the external worker, field 2 we don't. Okay, let's modify the worker TS to show us actually those variables. And here we have two input parameters. One is the job and one is the work result builder. The job we are going to use to get things like the variables. So here we can just iterate over all the variables. I mean, obviously you can use whatever you have in JavaScript available to print only or get only the variable you would like to have. I'm just going ahead and printing all the variables with their name, and actually let's also print their value in here, and with that we have those visible. And to return a new variables, we just can say here on the result builder actually that the variable my var is that works. And this variable is from the type string. So as a third parameter, you need to provide the type in here. With that, we can actually start the worker again. So I just run the same command again. And since the process was already there, it directly executed it since it did do a poll at the beginning. So we have now executed a job. Field 1, this is awesome. Now when we go back and refresh over here, we see actually this is a result. We have the that works. Looking here at the history, we see that the external worker task was executed. Now we can complete this task, and with that our process is done. We actually also reached the end of our video. So in this video you have seen how you can create a process with an external worker task, map input and output parameters from this task to then retrieve those variables inside your JavaScript client, where you can handle your job. You can, and that we have seen here, complete it successfully, but there are also commands instead of the success, which you can use actually to either say there was a failure, there was a CMMN terminate, or a BPMN error. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.